Sleaze me.
Well, boy, this story keeps turning and twisting, and prosecutors in the Alec Baldwin Rust shooting case are arguing that the producer star had no control of his emotions on set. I know you've seen this. In a public filing released Monday, state prosecutors wrote that Baldwin was inattentive during firearms training, and frequently screaming and cursing on the set of the movie. Wow.
The dude is his worst enemy. I mean, he really is.
I mean, seriously, here's a quote. To watch Mr. Baldwin's conduct on the set of Rust is to witness a man who has absolutely no control of his own emotions and absolutely no concern for how his conduct affects those around him. Witnesses have testified that it was this exact conduct that contributed to safety compromises on set. Wow.
I don't know if it's a weird mix of narcissism, egomaniac. It's just he is anything you see him on in whatever behind the scenes. It just seems like he's just always edged out and pissed.
When I saw this story, do you remember that time that leaked phone conversation when he called his daughter and was like screaming on the phone? I need to get that audio.
Yeah, there's years of examples.
Years of examples, that just being one. And now this story? Like cussing people out on the set? Wow.
Well, and not paying attention to the firearm people. And this was a low-budget movie, so I get it. They're going to cut corners, but that's one place where you don't.
Well, he didn't go to the firearms training. He was, quote-unquote, inattentive.
Of course he didn't.
Britney Spears is in no hurry to restart her music career, but at some point, I'm sure she's going to want to make money again, right? Although she has a lot of money. Well, she seems to be really good at getting naked on the internet. So now people are saying a so-called OnlyFans manager named Celeste Franklin believes Britney could make, are you ready for this total amount, Barnes? $100 million a year.
I believe it.
$100 million?
I believe
on OnlyFans. She thinks that Britney could make $13 million to $18 million in her first month alone and then level off to about $6 million to $9 million per month on OnlyFans.
Listen, she's already doing half of it, you know? Like, just do it. Get paid. If you're going to do it, get paid. That's a brilliant idea for her.
Do you really think $100 million a year?
OnlyFans is not considered taboo to the Gen Pop, especially the ones that go to it. But look at these mid-level stars who are making massive amounts of money every month. And Britney's doing this crap already.
You're right. She's already doing it for free, so why not get paid for it?
Get paid. I'm just saying, if you're going to do it anyway, I'm not trying to force you into that, but smart.
Another story about a celebrity divorce. We had talked about Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher. Now Tori Spelling is sharing some behind-the-scenes details about her split from Dean McDermott on her podcast, Miss Spelling. I like the name of that.
That is good.
She reveals that the straw that broke the camel's back happened last year when he said something so personal that the marriage had to end. As we told you before, she officially filed for divorce recently with the date of separation as June 17th, 2023. She actually let her fans know what Dean says. She doesn't say what he says, but remember I told you I thought that he had made some really disparaging remarks about her? Anyway, Dean said something to her. She let out a guttural scream and threw her foot on the ground.
I took my most prized possession in that moment, my baked potato. It was loaded to perfection, and I smashed it on the ground. I've never seen a baked potato fly like that. Let me just say, it was a wall-to-wall potato.
Is she smoking? She doesn't sound upset at all to me.
That was very strange. After that, Tori apparently locked herself away in her bedroom. Dean eventually was able to make contact with her by coming in through a side entrance and said he wanted to divorce, and she said she was all for it.
I don't know how much of their stuff is an act. I don't know if this is like playing Tori, because she doesn't have that spelling money. You know what I mean? So she's got to do something.
This is so interesting. Robert Downey Jr., big fan of his. In his interview with Esquire, he says he'd be willing to return to his most famous role as Iron Man, Tony Stark, in the new Marvel Cinematic Universe, said, I'd be happily able to do that. It's too integral a part of my DNA. Wait a minute, didn't he get killed off? Iron Man met his end in Avengers Endgame.
Well, they can always figure out a way to come back.
Yeah, well, people are saying maybe it could be like a prequel or whatever, but does that mean Gwyneth Paltrow will come back as Pepper Potts. I know they're big buddies. Man, I don't know. This Marvel universe, they keep finding ways to come back. It's crazy.
But they need something to come back for the brand because the brand has kind of softened.
I know. How do we feel about Kevin Costner's big epic, Horizon, an American Saga? Set to debut at the Cannes Film Festival. Barnes, this is not one movie, but two movies screening Sunday, May 19th. He'll be there with the rest of the cast. Apparently, it started 35 years ago, quote, and I can't think of a better place than Cannes, to reveal to the world the result of such a wonderful adventure. 35 years in the making.
Yeah, let's all remember the last time he spoke like this. I got two words for you. Water world.
Well, I know. He shared in a statement, the movies, again, two, were written by Kevin and John Baird, exploring how the Old West was won and lost through blood, sweat, and tears. Will this be an epic saga? We'll see.
He's definitely cornering that niche, or he's trying to. He's trying to be the guy, the Western guy.
Finally, I'd like to talk a little bit about band merch. I'm still a fan. When I go to a concert, if it's an artist that I really love, I will buy the merch. I'll throw down $40 for a t-shirt.
40? What, 40? Where have you seen a shirt for 40?
I've seen a bunch for 40. Why? Are they like 65 now? But no, I've seen a lot.
Because, see, when you said that, I thought of the last one that I walked away from. You know when you walk up and you survey the scene was U2. And I'm a big U2 fan. But, man, that merch was ridiculously high at Sphere. I don't know, man.
There's a site that says if you're going to wear a band's merch, you better know at least 3 of their songs. But a surprising number of Americans don't agree. According to a poll, more than 30% of Americans don't think you need to know an artist's music to fly their colors.
But I don't understand that. I go up to this girl in the gym the other day, no lie. She was wearing a Nirvana shirt. And to me, she did not look like the profile of a Nirvana listener. And I said, when did you see Nirvana? And she took her headphone out and she's like, what?
What?
And I was like, oh, you like Nirvana? She goes, no, I just got the shirt on discount at wherever for $4.
Well, I think because you can go into now a lot of these vintage stores and buy band merch and maybe not even know the band because they're saying 10% say they own a shirt from an artist they've never listened to. See, I wouldn't do that.
I don't have one. I don't have not one.
I would not do that. Do you want to, can I give you some guesses?
Guesses?
Yeah, the most popular music artist t-shirt in America right now.
Ooh. Wow. Taylor Swift?
See, I would have said that.
Is it not?
No.
Who?
Olivia Rodrigo.
What?
How much money do you think the average person spends in their lifetime for band t-shirts? This is lifetime.
Lifetime.
Not a year.
$1,000.
No, $400.
$400?
Which is not a lot.
Lifetime, if they bought them recently, that's 3 shirts.
And guess which fans spend the most?
Oh, metal. Has to be.
Yeah, metal, an average of $500.
Hell yeah.
$500. Metal fans also own the most shirts.
Yep.
With an average of 10, while the overall average is 6. And 34% of Americans own a shirt from a concert they never went to. Again, you can walk in anywhere and get a shirt and not know the band or have been to the show.
My jack is alphabetized up in there. I know exactly where my Iron Maiden is, where my Judas Priest is. I got it all.
Do you have a Blink-182 shirt?
I might, and I think it's white.
Well, they have canceled 3 shows on this tour so far. Mark Hoppus came down with severe bronchitis.
Yeah, he's not doing well.
Hope you get better soon, Mr. Hoppus. That's your celebrity sleaze.